Hey, it's Chelcee and welcome back to my channel. Here in my little corner of YouTube, we like to focus on all things beauty, fashion, and I love to teach you guys how to be Luxe for less. And of course, as you guys can see by the title, today's video is how to make a wig for beginners, aka an emergency wig. So, with this new series that I am calling Luxe for Less, of course, the first thing I had to tackle was the hair. Because everyone knows if your hair is not done, you're not looking put together. You're not looking polished, you're not looking pretty. And so, first things first is taking care of your hair. And surprisingly, to my knowledge, a lot of people don't know how to do their own hair. And I feel like every woman should know how to at least do one hairstyle on themselves to make themselves look presentable, whether for any circumstance. And so because I have a pixie cut, I went ahead and opted for a wig because sometimes like I don't have time or I can't get a haircut and like clean it up. So when that time comes, usually I just opt for throwing on a wig real quick. But if you have hair and you are a sewing girly or you like wearing your natural hair, you could also do a really nice sleek professional ponytail. But also what I wanted to say was if you are a sewing girly and you still want to make an emergency wig for times that you don't have time to get your hair done, you can also make a wig similar to this but make it as a U-part. So long story short, you can make a U-part wig instead of having lace. The beauty supply store does provide U-part caps, and you would literally just do the same exact steps that I'm about to teach you guys, just using that U-part cap. And then if you want, you could either get someone to sew that on, or you could add clips and you could just clip it on, and then now you have a clip-on emergency wig. So with that being said, I'm not gonna ramble too much longer. Let's just get right into the video, girl. All right, guys. So the first things first when it comes to making a wig is knowing your measurements. So you're definitely going to need a tape measure for this part. The first measurement you would like to take is your circumference, and you just want to align the tape measure along your head like this. As you guys can see, the tape measure matches back up at like 2.5. So I would do a 22-inch dome cap. When it comes to measuring your head, you want to measure your head whenever your hair is in the style that you're going to be wearing it with the wig on. So what I mean by that is if you have more hair than I do and you are going to be braiding your hair down or getting a braid down done, you want to measure your head while you have your braid down. Don't measure it with the sew-in. Don't measure it with braids. Don't measure it with anything else besides your braid down, because you could potentially make your wig either too big or too small. Of course, with making a wig, you will need a dome head, and like I just measured previously, I am using a 22-inch dome head. I have my little tape measures on here or whatever, so that way whenever I'm making wigs, I don't have to like continue measuring every single measurement. But if you don't want to invest in a $20-$30 mannequin head and you want to go the cheaper route, if you have somebody here to help you, you can just go ahead and do your braid down and do the wig on your head, and you have them to help you lay the tracks and things of that nature. So if someone else is doing the wig on your head, please make sure to follow the steps to the T. So with that being said, there is 6 other measurements you can take if you want your wig to fit perfectly. I will post a chart here on the screen right here. You can do the front to nape measurement as well. You can do the ear to ear measurement as well if you want the wig to sit comfortable right on top of your ear. I am not that picky, and granted, I know what I'm doing. So if you have a small head and you need to take out extra cap out of your head to make it fit, I will show you guys how to do that as well. Just get started with this project. You are going to need a mannequin head. You're going to need a plastic cap. You're going to need a wig cap. I like to use the mesh dome wig caps. I like the mesh ones because they are breathable, but yet they have that spandex material. So even if your wig is perfectly fitting or too tight, it'll allow it to stretch to even fit even flatter. And then of course you're going to need your hair. I always suggest investing in bundles because if you're going to make this wig, then you want this to last you. And if you invest in some pretty decent quality bundles, your bundles can last you anywhere from 1 to 2 years, if not longer. So the bundles I'm using are bundles that I'm testing out from a vendor of mine. So I'm not going to have these down below, but as you guys can see, I colored one a light brown color. I colored another one. It's showing up on camera as like a golden blonde, but it's not golden at all. It's actually very ash. And then I also thought I had a full 613 bundle. I do. I know I do. It's somewhere in this house. But this is all I can find as of now. And it looks a little grayish at the bottom because I dyed it ash blonde. Not dyed it ash blonde, but I shampooed it with a purple shampoo because I like a more ash tone blonde, not a golden blonde. But that's neither here or there. So I'm gonna just use this for now, even though this is not a full bundle. But I will be adding more. I only have like 2.5 bundles right now. Usually, I always recommend 3 to 4 bundles. 4 if you like really, really full hair. And the fact that I am using a 2x6 closure for this tutorial, you definitely can fit in 4 bundles. So I will be purchasing another 613 bundle and then probably another 1B bundle as well. So within this tutorial, I will be leaving gaps so I can go back in and add these bundles throughout the wig. And yeah, I went ahead and colored this bundle as well. If you guys like the way the color looks, I have recorded it. So just comment down below. Let me see that color tutorial, girl. And I can definitely upload that for you guys. All right, so as I stated before, if someone is helping you with this project, you need a plastic cap. You'll have them put the plastic cap on your head like this, and then put this cap on top. But since I am by myself, and I am doing this myself, good Lord, my earrings. Since I'm by myself and I'm doing this myself, I will put it on the mannequin. This is going to protect the mannequin from getting any glue on the mannequin and me being able to take it off. That is a very important step. Don't skip that step. Okay, here is what the mesh cap looks like. Very see-through, but still stretchy. And I am just going to place this one on. A quick example. If I want it to stop on top of my ear, I would go across like this. And as you guys can see, comfortably, for it to stop on top of my ear, it is at a 12. So if I didn't have this tape measure here, you would go like this and make sure half of 12 is 6. So you would make sure the 6 is directly in the middle on this other tape measure. And you would make sure that the cap ends at a 12 right here and ends at a 12 right here. So as you guys can see, it's a little bit bigger. So I would slide it up just a little bit. So with this extra cap right here, I would fold it either forwards or backwards like this, right? Fold it and sew it across. And now I have a custom cap that would fit my head specifically. You guys can see, this is how you take the extra cap out of there. You pull it down and then you would sew it right here. Okay, so as you guys can see, I am using a 2x6 closure, and I am going to sew my closure on. If you guys do not know how to sew in hair, that is okay. You can also glue this part as well and glue the closure around the perimeter. But because I know how to sew and I just want that extra security that you get from sewing it, I am just going to go ahead and sew my closure down. A pro tip on how to make a highlighted wig for beginners: you want to color every single bundle a different color. okay? Every bundle a different color. When it comes to coloring, placement and blending is essential. And so as a beginner, the best thing you can do is cheat. And this is the best way to cheat. Each bundle being a different color, right? And I'm going to show you guys how to layer each bundle to get that flawless blend. Let's get into it. I also forgot to tell you guys you're going to need some Salon Pro glue as well as a blow dryer. I'm going to start off with my darkest color, my darkest bundle. And I'm going to start off with the darkest bundle because whenever I pull my hair forward, I want the blend to be seamless. So if you think about it, the hair that's in your nape, right? The hair that's going to be in your nape area, when you pull your hair forward, that's the first strands you see on your chest. So I want that to be the darkest color because it'll blend the rest of the colors together. I'm just going to measure the nape like this. Just go across, right? I'm going to cut that. Then we are going to apply the glue to the track only. And place the track directly where we just measured. And then you're gonna go ahead and blow dry it. And you only need to blow dry it for about 30 seconds. Since this is Salon Pro 30, it takes literally 30 seconds to dry. Next, I'm gonna take the lighter golden bundle and I'm gonna measure that as well and repeat the same step. And I'm gonna do this until I finish the wig. Now, if I had more of the 613, I would then place the 613 here as well and then continue that process. But because I don't and I plan on buying more, I'm going to save that for a certain part of the hair. And I'm just going to leave a gap open for whenever I purchase that other bundle. And I am just going to go back in with the dark color, measuring from one end of the cap to the next. And continuing. Okay, so now guys, we are halfway done with the wig and now it's time for the 613 part. Now I said if I had more 613, of course I would layer it throughout the wig as well. Like I said before, I plan on buying another bundle, but for now, I am going to place the 613 bundle at the nape, right on top, well, actually right under that cervical bone of the head, right on top of the ear, all the way to the front of the closure. It's gonna meet the closure all the way around, right? Because we want this color to show. Although I'm looking crazy right now. Bear with me, okay? I'm trying to help y'all see the vision. When we pull the hair forward, we want to see the color. We want to see the blonde, okay? Mixed in with the rest of the blonde. So, pro tip, okay? Pro tip. Because when it comes to being a licensed hairstylist and coloring, placement is key. This is a cheat code. I'm giving y'all cheat codes, okay? This is the stuff that people pay for, and I'm giving it to y'all for free. Pay attention. Anytime you guys want to try color and don't want to damage your hair, get you at least one bundle of hair and have your stylist do a placement like this. Whether it's a sew-in, quick weave, whatever. When she gets to the occipital, girl, when she gets to the bone in the back of your head, tell her place the track, okay? Just like this. And you'll have that color in your, the Lord, now I'm hot. You'll have that color like in your face how you want. So I just want you guys to be able to see a little bit in more detail. Here we got the closure, and this is now how I'm placing the tracks in the U shape because I want most of my thickness to be in the front, so that way whenever I do my layers, everything is like nice, full, and thick. I hope you guys are having fun and learning something new. If you guys are learning something new, drop a comment down below. What have you learned so far? definitely subscribe, okay? And stay tuned for the rest of the video because I'm going to show you guys how I layer and curl this wig as well. And here is the finished product of an emergency wig. This is exactly how you make an emergency wig, guys, as what I like to call it. Look at this blend. Do you see how beautiful this blend is? And then you get that nice piece of chunky 613 highlight. I think it's so pretty. So now for the moment of truth, peeling it off. And of course, making sure, oh, that's why it was a little hard. You guys don't forget to take the pins out before peeling it off. I'm over here fighting to peel it off, and that's because I had the pin. Of course, you guys, you're going to peel this out of the wig, the plastic, because the plastic was just there to protect your hair. And then you are going to want to cut out this piece of the black cap that is under the lace, so that way the lace will look more like scalp. Alright guys, so I was being lazy. This 613 piece that I had, it was doubled, and I was being lazy and not wanting to take it apart. But I am more of a thin highlight type of girl, and I don't know if I like this chunky highlight right here of the 613, but I think I'm gonna just go ahead and make it work. So I went ahead and switch mannequins so you guys can see a little bit better. First things first, when it comes to layering, I like to even it out at the bottom. I just feel like evening it out at the bottom makes it look more crisp, clean, and natural, especially if you have like black hair. I like to do it with all of them, but because the bundles get split ends as well, so to me it just cleans up the whole look. And although this part is out of frame, I'm literally just pulling it forward and going straight across. And you guys, I haven't worn hair this long in so long, and although this is supposed to be a summer wig, I feel like I'm gonna be wearing this in the winter. So first things first is framing the face. I like to take a small piece in the front, pull it over to the opposite side, and cut at an angle. I feel like every wig needs to be framed around the face area unless it is a blunt cut bob. Okay, so that's just the start. I actually, excuse my girl, she a little beat up, but I actually like the beginning of my layers to start at the bottom of my chin, because I love to do this like little swoop thing, as I like to call it. So I'm gonna start a little higher. Now, layers is essential when it comes to your wigs because it is what allows your curls to stay. It is what gives the hair personality. And so if you feel like you are curling your hair but your curls never stay, it's because you don't have any layers. Okay, so that's the three first layering techniques I would use. Next, getting into the hair, you can take that same first piece and maybe add in just a little bit more, and you want to bring it at a, come on girl, keep still, period. You want to bring it at a 45-degree angle, which means, girl, if you don't stop moving, this is why your mama used to pop you when you was young. You want to bring it straight out. 45 degrees is just straight out, right? And then you're going to want to cut down. Now, when it comes to layering, you cannot be afraid to cut. If you are afraid to cut, then you are afraid of the layers. But be careful when cutting, because once you take it off, you cannot put it back on. So it's always to start taking a little bit off at a time. And you just want to go in and do this throughout the hair. First of all, I don't know if I'm going to be able to record this whole thing because she keep moving. It's going to get popped like I used to get. Okay. Another quick technique that I like to do as well, you can section the hair off 3 ways horizontally. So this is one section, this is your second section, and this is your third section. Girl, she's gonna be fired, okay? So I'm gonna place the second section back here. You already have the start of your layer right here, and you're just gonna go in and make it just a little bit more defined. Then you're gonna take this second section right here, and you're still angling your shears downward at a downward motion. You're starting at the first layer, but you're just defining it just a little bit more. Five. It can't be rehired. All right, y'all, so I have to fire her because she kept moving. So I'm gonna finish cutting her on my own head. But I want to show you guys how to put on a wig, because surprisingly, some people don't really know how to put on a wig. Of course, you're gonna end up cutting this lace off. But what I like to do is start by holding the back. This is the back and this is the front. You want to put the front lace part on your forehead, just like this, and like put your head into the wig and then just slide it back. Because it is an elastic, mesh elastic cap, it is already snug, and because you measured it, it's already snug to your head, so it already fits super flat. Of course, the mousse and the molding help it lay even flatter. As I was saying earlier, you guys, how those bottom pieces in the back, this is the first part that you see when you pull the hair to the front. So, like I was saying, whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So I need to separate my first layer like this, and then go across. And like I said before, you can't be afraid to cut. Now I'm looking crazy, but your girl gonna come back curled and makeup done. I'm gonna show you guys the finished look. If you guys stayed to the end of this video, thank you so much. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe. I know I said I was gonna include me curling this wig in this video, but guys, the video was already a long video and I didn't want to lose you guys' attention span. So if you guys would like to see me curl or do some type of curl tutorial, definitely drop that down in the comment box and I could definitely get that up for you guys. If you guys like this color, I also recorded the color whenever I was coloring this hair. So drop that down below as well if you would like to see that tutorial as well. But if you guys don't comment down below, then I'm not uploading it. So comment down below. Share this video with a friend and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.